probably gonna like it anyway because it's one of my favorite Pokemon.
That's pretty unique. I mean,
Uh,
speaking of which, I actually, however, been like I've been wanting to do like certain female voices though, depending if it doesn't even kill my vocal cords. I've been wanting to do like basically Snipey because I could just picture her to be like the silent type but a bit sassy, but the most caring person that can be a bit more empathetic.
Yeah.
But the voices I enjoyed seeing what you've been really working on is Zamazenta, Corviknight, Garatina, and that's pretty much it. Those are the ones I basically now respected now and then. And that's just me speaking the truth.
yeah.
I mean, I really love doing Zacian, which Zacian kind of represents like myself. Like, I'm always a bit more like determined and what I can image that in my head, I picture like Zacian and Zamazenta kind of like twins. Like Zacian's kind of like the older sibling, but a bit stubborn, and
Yeah.
Zamazenta is kind of like the the
The
younger
younger
brother,
sibling.
the younger
Well,
brother
kind
of
of
the
not
group.
younger, but
Yeah,
kind of acts like the younger sibling. Kind of acts like the younger sibling. I meant.
yeah. And Eternatus, on the other hand, will just be kind of more of like I'm trying to think of a word that like describes most for Eternatus, but I cannot, sadly. That kind of sucks. I have been working on like an interaction line with Zacian. Always be reckless with your actions again, are you, Zamacenta?
That sounds good.
Thank you.
With interactions like that, I don't know how I'm gonna like add them into the projects though. I
Basic,
guess
it's basically just a practice, so it's a do
like an
whatever.
like an improvisation.
Yes,
Improv.
Called improv. I
Improv.
have a
Oh, I
crap
love
ton of
improv. That is
yes,
fun.
improv's great.
yes.
So many character voices out there that you can try. So I've always going absolutely with the high voices. I use it often because it actually
It's like what they all
uh,
say about this, Zamacenta. Being eager to learn is not the same as learning.
Oh, that's what reminds me of Bayonetta in some ways.
sort of talking on the I like that.
If you
Actually,
need to
right?
learn to talk to a lady, ask your mum. No,
I felt
do.
so bad when they keep making comics of Lucas seeing that. I'm like, no.
Oh, no, do. Dead you. You're making
I
this
haven't done
easy.
all. I haven't really done any impressions on my YouTube yet. I
I
mean, but I haven't even. Well, because I haven't even tried to do it.
It'd be fun.
I mean, most of the stuff I've done were just um voices that just came up from my head.
I guess it just depends on like how you do it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Impressions are a good way. We were just talking about it earlier. Impressions are a good way to get
Yeah.
uh, noticed. There's a couple of impressionists I know. There's a guy.
Basically
So
just practice and improvement on
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
do.
hmm,
And once you get really
I've
good at it and you're just like, oh, this is just an easy bucko for me.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, I have a story about that. I watched a certain movie, picked up a Southern accent, and anytime they ask for Southern accent, Texan accent, I just do it, and I just get the role.
I have been working on my my milk tank impression for the Johto one, And it's just something that I can image that in my head. It's like this. Looks like you're new around these parts, are you, sugar? Well, my name here is Miltank, and it's so nice to meet you.
And that's
Actually, for Milk Tank, I was thinking of the Texan accent that's "Let's move the list" or something like that.
You were saying?
and the voice you did. I'm not talking about man. Okay. I mean Well, the voice with the
Miltank.
voice with the Miltank voice with the southern accent that you just did right there. I mean that's kind of the voice I kind of pictured, but I mean I haven't booked your role for the your Mewtwo Y voice yet because I was just giving some people a chance.
No, I understand. If
Yeah,
anything,
because
just...
there's still been like a lack of auditions.
I mean, funny...
You know what? Let me help out with that.
I mean,
So, a while
technically
ago,
speaking...
Sorry.
I mean, technically speaking, since I did 4 of them at the beginning of February, funny enough.
Yeah,
Stealing rules, Hannah.
I think you mentioned that. I think you mentioned that you that your voice was tired after doing all that as well.
Well, to tell you the truth, my voice got like very super tired after auditioning. Well, the Kangaskhan one that I did, I picture her kind of like Susie from Delta Ruin, mixed in with Undyne from Undertale.
Oh wow, of course, the 2 tough ones.
Well, 2 tough girls is what I like to call it. For like
I see.
Lapras, for example, when it was an easy bucko to do, I was very happy to do it. What lies here is the hidden land.
And that's and I found that pretty accurate as well, just from listening to that audition.
True.
Yeah, and when I
No, go ahead.
I was just trying to think what to say.
Nah, take your time, man.
But when I cast the person who's gonna do the voice for the Lapras voice for the first three generations, I was thinking that voice would be like higher though.
Mm-hmm.
Only because after listening to even though after listening to Ash's Lapras, even though the gender's unknown, I thought that voice would kind of suit the female one.
Mm-hmm. I basically had like a blast with like the 4 auditions I did. But the Kangaskhan one didn't even kill me as much. So I kind of had like a bit of a blast with like the other auditions that I did.
The Kangaskhan wasn't too much work in there.
Nah. You could just say it was a bit of an easy bucko.
One of them that I'm probably gonna there was one Pokemon that I've already that I've done all these voices of a couple years ago already was Incineroar, and actually lost my voice after all that, but I added some newer voices, but then I actually didn't seem to lose my voice that time.
I see what you mean now.
Probably a vocal improvement or some basic improvements of
vocal variety.
Yeah.
Vocal variety.
If you I actually done a lot of research into this. If you need help with like trying to like keep your voice, I've read up on a couple of books I can
Huh.
send you links to. On
Neat.
Amazon.
I guess.
Reader, and it's a lot of just flat out exercises that just help strengthen your voice vocal cords, because I was younger, I used to lose my voice all the time, and a big problem is a lot of these books that come out basically, oh, you just got to do this and this and this, but it never like gives you because I can tell you're very passionate about your voices. Super awesome. And I think what would help is trying to, if you strengthen your voice using like these techniques, you can definitely like lower that vocal strain, because after a while it can start like wearing down.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Bro, you should become like a fucking teacher for voice acting.
Oh, actually, I have something to chime in too. So, I was on Twitter the other day. Mike Pollock, the voice actor for Eggman, somebody was asking him about pills or drinks that you take so you could do a long session. What he said was, he takes these all-natural cough drops, one before the session, one after the session, that restores the voice, soothes the vocal cords, and all that stuff. Which, I bought the pills, I bought the cough drops, and they are incredibly helpful.
Hey.
Those work?
Yeah, they work for me.
You want to know something very
and I just drink
interesting?
water, and my voice has been pretty.
I just picture something in my head, like something for like Ho-Oh. I literally first thought like Ho-Oh would just have been more a bit of feminine, but as I realized that it'll have a bit of a male voice, I'm like, I thought it would be my time to shine.
Hey, I'm Blizzard. No, just kidding.
Mr. Swordtree.
I'm Mr. Sword.
Want me to Mr. Swordtree? Sorry, I'm so used to calling people frickin' Mister. Is the book? I think it's free right now.
Oh, what is
I'm
the
not
book?
sure. Oh, so it is called Speak and Be Heard 101 vocal exercises for voice actors, public speakers, and professionals.
Ooh.
Because part of my career field, I talk to a lot of, I talk in front of a lot of crowds.
I did the same thing
definitely-
for one of my classes back at high school.
Yeah. So I have to talk to like
Speaking heard,
Majors,
101 vocal exercises for voice actors, public speakers, and professionals. Ooh, neat.
yeah. I won't send the link in there, so it's not like you'll have to look it up on Amazon. But
Logically understandable.
so I've been using this a lot, and some of them are a little goofy.
Yeah.
I've never had issues with voice, but I've never had issues trying to do vocal exercises. You have to be careful though, because some of them it tells you like, hey, just to let you know, like, do it this way and try not to do it that way.
I kind of picture like
You don't want to break nothing.
I picture Score Bunny in my head to be a bit of this like energetic tomboy if it was a female.
Bubsy cough cough. Just kidding.
And Bubsy Caca.
Sorry. Ever since it was announced, I just think of Bubsy.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I'm sort of kind of thinking of I mean when I cast the role for when I decided to make the role for Score Bunny and Raboot.
Mm-hmm.
I was deciding that even the male versions I would kind of expect like a female actor to perform for the male roles as well.
I
Makes
mean,
sense.
I
Yeah.
could be up for the challenge.
could be up for the challenge.
I mean, it sounds really good. It sounds good, but I mean that didn't sound right.
No, just take
Challenge
your time.
accepted. Yeah, I'm joking about that.
Same.
I'm just gonna. It's nothing.
I picture Hatterene to be more of like a bit of a rival towards Corviknight. And I picture Hatterene to be something more like, that blasted Corviknight always beating me towards battles. I'll show him. You always be cheeky towards your
Come to think of it, it kind of feels like it would be a rival since Corviknight would win in every original battle against it, but it would just kick its butt in competitive battles.
Apparently.
Because I've been against Hatterene several times and I got my butt kicked.
Oof. By Gigantamax
Pokemon.
Hatterene or Dynamax Hatterene.
Oh, Pokemon competitive is brutal. It's like the grinding you need, the IVs, the EVs, and the... Oof.
Is it like a Dynamax Hatterene
And I even have
a
Pokemon with
Gigantamax
Pokerus,
Hatterene?
but it's my strategy that doesn't work.
Oof.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know there was a competitive and like a little bit ago. But,
You've always beaten me towards battles there, Corviknight.
I
It's
can't
not
be
fair.
competitive in those games, sadly. It's hard. It's too much.
I mean, even
Yeah.
when I had the full teams ready to go, EVs, IVs, it's just brutal in general with strategies and this and that.
Yeah.
Never got a good win streak.
Oh, here's a fact. When I first did Corviknight's voice on If Pokemon Talked, he only said like one line, but it was for the Twilight Wings.
Oh yeah,
It was
I
for, like, the
remember.
first
I
episode of
remember
Twilight
that
Wings.
cartoon.
Yeah, but he only said like one thing, and after
Corviknight's too
Rose tried to
sweet.
say it, he was like, "Shove off," at that part. But the original line was, I mean, I just thought it wouldn't fit well with because I try to keep a Pokemon Talk like sort of G-rated on their lines, but the original line I wasn't too sure of, so I just went with the line "sawed off" originally
Right.
because I didn't think of "shove off" until like the last minute.
Shove off!
Asks of being a voice actor, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Just
And
finishing
there's
up
like a little bit of a Hatterene interaction line that I was like practicing a little bit to Corviknight. Always coming to gawk at me for battles, are you, Corviknight? You always have your head running loose, like a lost little pup. It's sad, really.
It's a really good voice impression. Like, good voice. I like to hear. Like, it's a good one.
Thank you. That's what I've been wanting to image for Hatterene for quite some long time now.
It's almost going nowhere. I don't know. I just thought of something.
Okay.
That would
It's
actually.
almost going
I
nowhere.
can totally see you both actually having a conversation.
This armor's going nowhere.
I know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
almost going nowhere. Like
His
that kind of...
armor going
Oh,
nowhere.
man.
It's down and just stays there. No.
Is
It's
that?
all the way down there.
I did like a bit of a Zacian version that she's kind of more of like the Hanzo.
Hanzo's ball.
No, Zacian is more of like Hanzo and Zamazenta's more of Genji.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't
Hey,
know what that means.
sadly,
Is that?
when I hear all you guys voice acting, it makes me feel kind of like, oh wow, you guys have been doing a lot of that.
Yeah,
Don't worry
And
about
then-
it, man. Like,
I've been
This is
doing
like
that
this
since
is
I
my
was a wee
first
small
time
child.
actually voice acting something. So I mean, I was lucky I got something out of it. But I was like, oh wow,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
feel
the
bad.
Here.
And when I've been imaging in my head for Tapu Fini, it's more of like, you don't seem to be a wrongdoer in this island, so I release you, for now.
lines I
Yeah,
used
that's,
for one of my videos. That was amazing, though. By the way.
Thank you. And I still remember that line, so.
And with those effects I used on Tabu Fini, that was inspired off that was actually inspired off Lisa Ortiz's voice for Tabu Fini.
That's
But
crazy.
well, of course it says its name, but I just those effects came up, and those were that's how I pictured its voice to sound.
For
Oh.
Lunala, on the other hand, I would say it's more of like, think of this as if you were battling the sun and the moon. Sogoleo, please guard me forever I'm in danger. The phases of the moon will leave you stupefied.
I need to draw more Pokemon, to be honest. I've only ever been drawing Pikachu and Eevee, and I need to focus more and more.
You just
I've been
trying.
I forgot what to say over there.
Okay.
Nah.
Same mood.
Finish what you're about to say, something, dude.
Oh yeah. The casting website. There might be they only like allow for like one. I mean, they only allow like one person to that role.
Right.
But the thing is when I get to when I get to the Necrozma fused with Lunala. Oh wait, but then again, those are two different roles anyway. Those are going to be two separate roles anyway, because
I actually see what you mean now.
I did casting calls before, and I know it's possible that you cast more than one person for a role. I've seen it. I know it's possible. It's just gotta look in there.
yeah.
It's a
You're
confusing
safe with
layout,
me
but
now.
it's possible.
We'll find your parents somehow. But for now, you're sticking with me. That's what I did for Kangaskhan.
Why does that sound familiar?
Genghis Khan.
That was from one of my Pokemon Talk videos. I was just explaining that.
Yeah. It's when I auditioned for Kangaskhan and Lapras.
And Kangaskhan Generation 1 to 6, 7 wasn't listed only because that's one of the female Pokemon I was gonna continue as for the first few generations.
Logically,
But I know it says Kangaskhan. It says Generation 7 present, but that doesn't mean like Generation 7 present. But for the anime editions, that would be like Generation 3 and over. But well, it depends on it. But for this Pokemon, it would be the anime edition's Generation 3 and over, but the game's Generation 7 over. But Generation 8 and over, sorry.
yeah. I was about to say,
and,
there's one generation.
Sorry. Actually, the Generation 8 voices actually start on Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That's actually where I plan for the Gen 8 voices to start, actually.
Oh. Okay. Neat.
Despite it being Gen 7, sort of.
Nah, I totally get what you're
Weird.
saying.
It's a weird thing where you go on Cerebi and it says, and it falls under Gen 7, which is weird because it's not the official Sun New console, and
This is how I picture, Superior in my head. Being sort of like the easy rival towards, Samurott. I'm sorry, Samurott, but you were just an easy target. I guess you can just say that you're caught in the snake's tail.
Puns,
I mean, if you think about it now, because Superior is technically a snake.
yeah.
I feel like And Superior is more of a snake. I would feel like more of a snaky voice. Like, I don't know, is Superior supposed to be male or female for the...
It was supposed to be like a female, as far as I'm considering.
For the anime edition, well, both genders will appear in the game editions, but
Logically understandable.
for Poke Park, it will appear female. In the anime editions, so far it'll be male.
Understandable.
There might be a female version. I'll have to check through some of the movies again just to make sure. Because for all I know, there's only Trip Superior is the only one I know, and that one's male.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when it comes to voicing snake Pokemon, to avoid confusion, I mean, because I decided to continue with Arbok and Seviper, to avoid confusion on their voices, I make Seviper talk in a lisp.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
that's-
the good old-fashioned lisps
See that.
type of
Good
voices. Kind of.
old-fashioned lisp like that. An emphasis.
I'm thinking of more of like the lisp, like how Solix talks.
Like the lisp.
Yeah,
Talk like
yeah,
this
kind of
the
like
whole
that.
time?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
It's like talk
but
like this
but
the
kind
whole
of
time.
extend the S at the same time.
I was right.
Send the S this whole time.
I guess
It's kind
this
of a hard
Or
one.
what TV Tropes calls it, snake talk.
snake
Snake talk.
snake talk.
Love snake talk. Honestly, oh man, I remember my demo reel.
Ooh.
I made a stupid. I was making a bunch of jokes. I'm newbie ooby uber, and I made a frickin' I had Snaples instead of Staples.
When I saw
It's
the
still one of my favorite.
when I saw
I've ever
the
made.
Pokken tournament, like Bryson, I could just picture her like female in my head. That like yeah, she is basically a magician of some sort, which I now preferably speaking imagining it. Which is just something that I wanted to image that in my head.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can definitely.
For Del Fox, on the other hand, I don't know how I feel about that. That's just me speaking the truth. But not to mention, by the way, if this video gets like many likes, I will dye my hair pink like like Zacian's.
Wait, 1,000,000? Wait, you said 1,000,000, or is that what you said, 1,000,000?
Yeah,
Oh, 1,000,000. Okay.
yeah.
I mean, for a second, I thought I heard it as 1,000, or that's how. That's it.
Nah, I just said 1,000,000 that time, so.
Yeah.
I mean, when I can picture like the male versions to have like a bit of a female voice actor in it, kind of like how Ash has a female voice actor. This is how I picture like Square Bunny, Ribu, and Cinderace in my head. So.
All set for a new adventure. Let's see what Gather has us in stores. Now I can finally get my flame charge up and running. Now let's see what this baby can do. I'm not all for one for Dynamaxing, but I can pretty sure Gigantamax for the
Pretty
fun
good.
of it. Pyro Ball!
So that's pretty much it for like Score Bunny, Cinderace, and no, Score Bunny, Riboot, and Cinderace.
Yeah, sounds. But however, I was thinking but for however I was thinking for the male version of Cinderace, I was thinking of casting a male role for the Cinderace though.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because it's its final evolution. That's why.
I get what you mean now.
Yeah.
But logically,
Oh.
on the other hand, depending on like some of the female genders that I can do for like Hatterene and Zacian, I can easily do. basically, I can picture, like, Zacian being, like, the Hanzo of Galar. And this is the part of, like, the edge line that's, like, for real, like, I expect nothing less from you, Zamazenta.
Yeah, it seems pretty accurate that that Zacian seems like the Hanzo of this whole legendary
Of Galar.
of these Galar legendaries.
Mm-hmm. I mean, technically speaking, that Zamazenta is technically the Genji, and Zacian is kind of like the Hanzo.
Yeah, makes sense.
I expect nothing less from you, Zamazenta. Being eager for you to learn is not the same as learning. You always be hesitant towards yourself.
And the only voice that came up for I mean the voice that I came up for Zamazenta the only line that's gonna come up is I had a line before, but it was in a bunch of different videos though.
It was the Zacian, please tell me the very truth one.
But there was another one where it says raise our defenses, something like that. Everyone, raise your defenses. That's what it was. I didn't fully prepare the voice.
Raise your defenses.
I didn't fully prepare the voice right there, but that was a line. I mean, I did it in a preview, in one of those reading your comment videos.
Oh, yeah. Autobots, roll out. Sort of like that.
Autobots, I am tired of your shit.
I didn't even think of that. I mean, I actually didn't think of that by the time when I came up with that line.
I picture, actually, if I were to create, like, an interaction with Zacian and Zamazenta, it would make a lot of sense, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
It would be just something kind of more of, like, why did you abandon Galar years ago, Zamazenta?
Because I lost where I was going, and I lost the map. Then I
the
just kind of
map.
floundered around for...
Let's just say I was a bit of a Leon for right now. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Good.
Raising your
Turns out that-
defenses, Zamazenta, does nothing against you. Always be...
I would definitely want to try
if they
different.
But if they were
Should have brought... Oh, yes.
but if they were like really interactions, but if there were really some interactions, special interactions in if Pokemon talked the game editions, I don't know where they would place them. Probably oh wait. They would probably, I guess I would probably add them in the Pokemon camp, I guess.
Hmm?
But
Camp.
What is this, you
Pokemon camp is
It's basically to where you, like, play with your Pokemon, though, with a Poketoy or basically a ball that you throw at.
Neat.
but the problem is I've already scripted and recorded a bunch of lines for Beware already.
Just call me whenever you're in trouble. I'm always here.
That's just my little demo version of Beware.
And my Beware voice for if Pokemon for the game edition was heard on one video on my second channel, and
Ooh.
I mean it was it was used on the latest game edition I used on the Pokemon Talkers, and I actually I said a line like yeah, I mean I remember one of the lines I I've recorded, but all I know is he really hams it up when it gets Dynamaxed.
Mm. And here's my little
This is for
line
you.
for Zacian.
What is this you're showing me? I'll show you, Poketoy. Ha!
I hope you like it.
Prepared for it afterwards, but it's just something that I felt proud of myself doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's good too. Like if you're confident in your abilities, that just helps you. The best
Mhm.
piece of advice I've ever received from my mentors, who was a special forces sergeant at the time.
mm,
And basically, for me, I'm just more of like, I'm very eager when it comes to wanting to be challenges. Come on, man, I'm ready for round 2.
and
That's
this
just,
and this information will, I mean, and this advice will,
mhm.
this advice basically helped me a lot
Not a problem, man.
um for doing the Pokemon that I really enjoy doing the voice of on a Pokemon Talk, like rock voices.
Oh yeah, I remember the
Oh,
Lack
yeah,
and
the-
Rock
the-
ones that you did.
Yeah, I mean I really have fun doing those voices, but by the time
You cut out on me.
I do Pikachu's voice right after, but I should have just started with Pikachu as well, though.
Yeah,
I mean-
starting with like the less rough stuff before you move on to the newer one, the rougher ones.
I mean,
Yeah,
to tell you the
because
truth, what I picture, like, when you did the female Heatran one for the old, like, if Legends Could Talk video, this is how I picture, like, Heatran in my head, like,
Out of the way, 'cause here I come! I'm all fired up for battle! Gee, I never thought those humans would ever find me.
Like that. Oh yeah, by the way, in that video I actually disabled the comments because they weren't too nice.
oh, yeah, because,
And there
They
was
could bring-
dislikes.
That could be pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And by brutal, I mean they could just literally hit you hard with a mallet, like.
for me, generally, I would just, like, ignore them, because they are just a waste of time to talk to.
Yeah. And yeah.
But regardless, I would have to say is that I kept, like, a very positive mind, though, that it's just like, okay, if I do something that's for me, then that's just something that I can do for myself as a person.
Yeah. And I've kind of moved on even from a rough weekend.
Ah,
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean I did have kind of well, because I was kind of moody on the weekend, even if I had kind of an internet breakdown last week, but
that's the same for me, because since I live in, like, Westerville now, then, since I just moved here from Lincoln Village, I'm just really hoping that it will be nice to me for once, and just not fucking break down on me like it always has been in the past couple of days. It's like, fuck, just let it stop. That's just literally me speaking the truth.
But we as you were saying, Tree, you're having was it just things like a big problem with a lot of content creators is that sort of burnout? Sometimes you feel when you're like pushing out so much. Kind of.
Well, for the entire week last week, I just it was kind of like a little silly meltdown, but it was technically still a meltdown because I was just talking about iCat voices. It was in several posts.
I would have
And,
to.
but then eventually, but then the weekend, I stepped away from that, but emotional while I was off the internet.
To specifically,
I was kind of moody off the internet as well.
to specifically tell
Oh,
you
yeah,
the truth, I feel the exact same way as like every most human being would felt if they have a basically a specific mental breakdown that they have. Like, here's the deal, and just hear me out on this. I don't care on how any human being like voice acts, depending on basically a certain character that they voice in. As long as you are proud for what you voice in, and as long as you're basically happy with it, then I'm basically sure that you can basically strive through like something that's for you. Basically, my little wisdom that I would like to share, it's do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes us, the fans, the cast, the families, the neighborinos, us to like something that we all enjoy the most, something that we're mostly passionate for, something that we can easily enjoy for ourselves. What I'm trying to say is that you're fucking lit, man. And that's just me speaking the truth at the bottom of my heart, because who even cares what many people would have to say? You're lit, my dude.
Thanks for all that.
Not a problem.
It was all helpful.
Not a problem.
It's, one of the best things to do. I ain't gonna go around it, but good thing to do. So, especially if you have all that, like, if you have a lot of crazies like telling you, "Oh, that's garbage" or "that's trash." It's always good to like take a break.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely I can empathize with what you went through. There's a lot of performance anxiety can hit pretty hard.
I had that
For
happen here.
instance, like
But a little advice I would like to say is don't get discouraged for what you've experienced, though. As long as you're basically happy with it, then don't let anything else bring you down. Don't let unresolved feelings get the best of you. Just motivate. It's kind of like you're the main character in a video game. Be the best main character that the player can enjoy, and the best main character in a storybook that a reader can enjoy. And don't let anyone else take your story and your opportunity for what you have as a human being.
Yes, and sorry, I was trying to
No. Take your
make
time,
it
dude.
come out. Sorry.
Take your time, dude.
It's been, that was helpful advice,
Not a problem.
and I forgot what to say there again.
you're good.
You're good, my
My
man.
question is, do I keep cutting off by any chance?
No,
Yeah, you kind of were for a few seconds
you didn't even
at some point.
you didn't cut off
There we
from
go.
me, so you're good.
Okay. Yeah. I've definitely dealt with a lot of performance anxiety before. I've talked to a lot of different crowds. When you get up there, you always have the best thing. The way I look at it is that you walk up there and you perform. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, you don't have to impress anyone. That's what I learned as a public speaker. Not everybody. There's always going to be that one dude. There's always going to be one dude that's like, boo. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice, great, boo me, I don't care. And that's
Boo
that.
me,
You
that's
just
fine.
take it as who cares? Boo me.
Yeah,
Great.
go ahead.
Just you're here.
For me, I just like smirk and just say like, yeah, it's cool, man. That's fine. Fine by me.
I used to handle it like it was nothing like 2 years ago, but then I had just sort of a breakdown last week and probably the week before, I guess. I think it was probably the week before.
I mean,
But I think I've officially moved on from that as well.
hey,
I
it's
think-
sometimes
And
it's just better to basically don't think of anything that's like negative towards you. Think of anything that's just like positive towards your head. A bit of a good mindset for you to begin with. Something
Oh yeah,
that like
that's positive self-talk.
yeah.
I it as the fact that like it's there's gonna be those days of course where you can't handle it. You can't handle the negativity and you beat yourself up for it. It's human.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that you know you're still here, you know you moved on, and you just get back up. Sure, it could be hard, but you can be weak, you can be strong, but as long as you get back up, that's who makes you who you are, and that's what you achieve.
yeah.
Basically
Yeah.
Resiliency.
basically just have fun for who you are as a human and always do you. Just be you for who you are.
I will do what I can, and I will keep everything as positive as I can.
Hey, that's what's up, my dude.
Oh.
I want to say this
So-
that you are lit, my dude, and that is some facts.
Thanks.
And that's just facts from a female voice actress like myself. And we the people of the United States of America. I'm just the type of gal who likes to make everyone else smile and laugh.
Yeah, I love to make people laugh. It's what I do. Can't stand to see people down.
Same
I like to
here.
make people suffer.
Same here.
That's
Oh.
my personal opinion. As long as there's misery going on in the world, I have this little counter on my table right here. It fills up with a speck of sand every time somebody's frowns, and when it gets all the way up, I receive my next meal.
Oh.
That's me.
That's oddly
But I
fascinating.
just wanted to share that with you. I'm a paralysis demon.
Oof.
You know how that is.
I basically know how
Yeah.
most people might have endured it for quite some long time now. Unlike for most other people, like, technically speaking, that, like, ever since that when I was a wee small child, I was very eager to do anything that's for me. I was never even discouraged, and I never even looked back since I have, like, a bit of a strong mind to begin with. And it makes me feel very courageous, yet very brave at the exact same time, though. And of course, when I want to do something very interesting for myself, when I first saw, like, your If Pokemon Can Talk cast, which is basically the Kanto crew, I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and be a part of this, because why not? And so, I joined in. And basically, the same 4 pillars of the Pokemon I did, Kangaskhan, Articuno, Mewtwo Y, and Lapras. And when I saw the hidden land part, I'm like, that is definitely off of, like, Mystery Dungeon. And that's just some...
I went with the mystery dungeon line because that's kind of the because I that's kind of the voice I would picture saying that. With the lower voiced Lapras for Generation 4 and over, that's kind of the voice I would picture for saying a line from there or speaking that voice from the mystery dungeon.
I agree. And that's just
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
I'm very happy on doing it, to be honest.
I'm happy for my role. I know. I think I only auditioned for 2, but yeah, I ended up getting a really cool one, and it's not too harsh on me either.
Mm,
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, I've actually cast you for Sword and Shield Vaporeon, but
For the...
but also oh wait, it's only for like Sword and Shield, but thing is Sword and Shield's gonna have a lot of lines anyway.
I bet
Okay.
you that for the all creamy one, it's gonna be like a bit of a childlike.
It's alright. Even though I may be a fairy type, but I sure can help.
Which Pokemon was that again?
All creamy.
Oh, Creamy.
Technically,
Yeah, and I'm also grateful for my roles too.
all creamy is
It's
technically
going to be
one
one
of
of
my
my first roles that
favorites.
doesn't involve a deep voice or distortion, which is nice.
Yeah. I feel the same way for like high pitched ones, because due to me having like basically fucking female vocals all the time, I'm just like, okay, maybe this is something that I'm sometimes mostly comfortable with, but I'm gonna stick for what I got for now. Oh, Jesus.
I would try to voice act more, but I don't know what I'm even good at.
For me,
Hey,
I'm
there's
basically...
a.
Sorry,
You go ahead.
if I were to audition for like Zacian, I'd be like, hell yeah, bro! Hit me up for a challenge.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fun roles out there. So if you wanted to find out what you were good at specifically, there's a website that I use. The best way to figure out what you're good at as a voice actor is to hire a talent agent, the flat out, like an agent. But if you can't afford that, which a lot of people can't, please don't get
How
an
much
agent.
does it cost?
No, I get you.
Agent?
I get you, my dude.
Quite a bit. It's essentially paying somebody for like their services, so it's gonna run you a lot of money. But a good way to figure out like yourself, like what kind of stuff you would kind of like, try to figure out what you like. There's this website I use. I found it at one point. It has like 1,000 different scripts you can read from, and I did that while trying to figure out my voices. And if you want, I can link that to you as well.
For the
That would help.
for the
Of
future,
course, man. Hey,
for the future,
to actor.
however, I was been thinking about creating like a fake edition for Pokemon Sword and Shield characters like Marnie, Gordy, Gloria, Hop, Piers, you named it. Even Milo as well.
You mean like
You were saying
I mean like what kind of a addition is it again?
it's more like a fake audition, like if you're actually auditioning for the characters in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Kind of like
I see, yeah. Yeah, that's I forgot what to say right there again.
I mean, technically speaking, since, like, for example, like, for the Marnie one, I would just say,
Oh, you're one of the gym challengers, are you? My name's Marnie. It's so nice to meet you.
that's how I picture Marnie in my head, since both Marnie and Pierce technically live in Spikemuth, they would have, like, British accents, of course. Milo, on the other hand, I would picture him have, like, a bit of a southern accent. I mean, if you think about it now, Milo, technically speaking, does have a little bit of a southern farmer in him.
Yeah.
For Nessa, on the other hand, she would have something a bit more like, You must be one of the new challengers, are you? My name is Nessa. It's so nice to meet you. Well, technically speaking, I do, however, been seeing a lot from Sonia. Sonia, on the other hand, is literally just the most cutest character of them all. I don't know why people are against her. I just love her.
Sonia's cool. I like her.
She's even cute. She even's got a lesbian ship with Nessa. That's just something I'm very happy with it, and that's my major OTP. Sonia x Nessa. Or Sonia and Nessa for short. Technically speaking.
Oh shoot! They just updated another. They actually just updated another Pokemon Talk video and forced it to be for kids. Except this one has like much less views than the other, than the most viewed video on the channel.
Oh.
There's going to be a workaround for that. There's definitely going to be a workaround for that.
True, to be honest. I mean, specifically to tell you the truth, though, that's what I've been wanting to do for my entire life, to be honest. I mean, specifically speaking, I was, however, gonna do, like, basically just some Galar females that I can, like, voice in. Basically, it's just something for fun.
Okay. So that being said, slasher comedy, you're the one looking for the, trying to figure out, like, what you wanted to do with your voice, or was it you?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, okay. So I will, I think you're my friend on here, so I'll DM you. I have a couple of websites. Good one.
To tell you the truth here, KB, you'd be like one of the most like type of mentors that's just like, alright, listen here.
Definitely.
Yeah, I actually mentored a couple of students before. I was also a tutor.
That is crazy,
statistics.
man.
Yeah, I do a lot of different stuff.
And I haven't been interactive much, only because I wasn't really social back in my high school years, and also
For me, technically speaking, I was in the middle during like my middle school years and elementary school years. Well,
yeah, I was pretty shy myself. And then what ended up happening is I enlisted a while ago.
well, for me,
And that
technically
kinda forced
speaking,
me
that
to be very social. So that's how I got over it really fast.
I mean, for
I
me,
see.
technically speaking, I would have to say I was in the middle throughout, like, middle school and high school, of course. Elementary school, on the other hand, I was a fucking eager beaver.
I never grew out of the shyness, as you can tell. I mean, I was homeschooled most of high school because of personal sad things, and then not here. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is not good.
It basically, it depends on, like, for most other people if they were technically homeschooled. Speaking the truth and not judging others, wink wink, nudge nudge.
I can understand. I just cause
I
it
mean,
just
I
it
have
was kind of like where you just stayed home and do the work. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's my
I
life
don't
now.
want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work
That's-
today.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest issues with how the program was.
My sister had that vine stuck in her head. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sing it along with her. Like, I don't want to do the work today. So technically, that's what my sister and I are, because we both get along with each other quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, funny enough, being here on like both voice acting servers, like the Overwatch one that I'm in, and same with the like this one that I'm in now, that I'm just like, oh shit, cool. Looks like it's just something else that I can go for.
Yeah, I'm in another voice acting server myself.
Oh fuck.
The-
Well, I'm in several.
Oh Jesus.
the other one's been a long project we've been working on.
So was it
has
like
not been
a
released
long project that you just did for years? B
For years, but it's been about a year. We're still working on it.
what did I
Same
say?
here.
What did I say? Years all of a sudden.
I actually haven't been in all that much projects lately. Well, actually, actually, this is actually the first project I've actually started though. But I have been in other projects, but not on this website before.
This website's interesting, but there's a lot of hot trash you have to shift through to get to anything good.
It's very
Yeah, and this is like the first website that came up for me. And,
Yeah, that's how I got on it too, honestly.
Actually, if
I was like, hey, I need a voice acting website, and then I jumped on it. I'm like, huh.
for some weird reason,
yeah, there's like a lot going on this website, and also every time when I try to like check for my if I check missions, I have to zoom out the page every time because there's no option to just scroll down when you open one of the tabs.
A bit of a pain in the tuchus.
Yeah.
Actually,
My question for you is, I remember, I think I never finished the thought, but are you keeping the project still open for a deadline by any chance? Because
I'm probably gonna extend. Hold on. I'm probably gonna extend. I think I'm gonna extend the deadline again only because there's
okay,
there's
cool.
still
Then I can do.
a lot of open
some
roles in
more.
there.
Okay, then I can do something quick.
it depends on either.
So I have a bunch of coins left over, right? And I'll just feature your real quick. So it should end up on the front page for a while.
All right. I mean, I haven't really figured out how the coins work actually, but
I have no idea either.
I can't do shit
Yeah.
for payment, bros.
But I thought like if
Jesus.
if there's a lot of roles to fill, it would definitely help to have a little of a frickin' boost because I know where you're coming from with like big projects and stuff. A lot of frickin' manpower.
Yeah.
It sucks when you can't
I
fill
mean,
up that.
To basically tell you the truth, I mean, I thought of something very funny. If this video gets a lot of likes, I will draw Zacian as Hanzo and Zamacenta as Genji.
Okay.
and you'll post it and you'll post it on Twitter or something.
I basically will either post it on like Twitter or just Instagram like I usually do.
I mean, I've heard you can even post your pictures on YouTube, but I've done that before, but the thing is they kind of reduce it to a square.
Mm.
But well, not completely unless you click on it.
If any case, then I probably will have to post it on Twitter. If my tablet decided to be nice to me, of course, and not a dude fucking always has been. Or if anything, I would suggest like post it in like art. Like if you create like a bit of an art channel that would make sense for every single person, just so that they can like post their art here in a specific channel and not be stuck in the exact same channel to where it's like never ending.
Yeah.
It's just some ideas that I would like to share. Specifically. It's what I'm hoping for.
Cool. Let me give you something fun.
Alright.
Mr. God damn it! I keep saying Mr.
You're just so
Here you go.
used to saying Mister all the time.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to calling people Mr. all the time. It's something I do. Yeah.
I get it, it's something that you do
Don't
now.
worry, I'm used to that. I can understand that. I accidentally am stuck with Hoy instead of help people.
I mean, funny enough, technically speaking.
Oh hey, when you're addressing Mister, are you addressing Mister to me or Slasher, or Slasher Comedy, whatever his name is?
To you.
He's preferring to
Okay,
you.
I was kind of in character for a second, but I couldn't fully prepare the voice right there. I mean, I can prepare the voice, but I just
Make it
the
double.
voice didn't fully come up right there. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, yeah. So how do awards work? Oh, it tells me right here. Let me look.
And you guys could just call me Slasher. You don't have to put Slasher Comedy the whole time, because I know after a while it would get kind of time consuming.
Or how
There you
about
go.
I'll just call you Slash for short?
Yeah, that could work. I don't mind.
I mean, hey, it's just easier. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
I have many people calling me nicknames like Hannah Banana, Hannah Montana, which I have
Why did I have a feeling that was one of them?
oh yeah, a lot of. I mean, every single one of my school back then has been calling me Hannah Montana.
oh
Popular
yeah,
Disney show back in 2003.
oh yeah, and this is just a shortened version of my YouTube name.
That makes sense.
I mean, I'm planning I'm planning to use my actual name for upcoming projects,
Ooh,
just so I'm not stuck with Swordterranian40.
ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I would recommend just like, why not just like stick to like both, so that way you're not stuck with like in an endless loop.
I think that would work as well.
That's just me sharing some stuff out.
And finding out and finding out the sortie part uh is actually the name of one of my characters from this animated series that
Oh yeah, I remember because that's like the one series that you just created that you almost thought it would go well for you, quote unquote.
yeah, I mean I look back at it and like I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out, man.
That's like literally how I feel when I look at my old drawings that I did when I was a kid. I look back at it and I'm like, is that me for what I did? I mean, technically speaking, to tell you the truth, I actually have gotten a lot better with my art style and whatnot. I mean, when I thought about it now and then, it's just like, when I picture something very interesting for, I mean, when I first got like Hannibal 11, is that when I was a kid, my sister, I was a huge fan of like Monsters Inc. So she nicknamed, well, I was a huge fan of Boo from Monsters Inc. And she and my sister, on the other hand, just nicknamed me like Boo Boo as a way of saying things to be a bit more adorable and whatnot. And my mom still nicknames me that now and then. And of course, I have a 7th grade bus driver back then that called me Hannah Boo. And then, voila, that's how I got my name, Hannah Boo 11.
And then for me I just for Swordterranian40 I also um I just the name Sortie just randomly came up
Hmm.
for a username I used to use on a game years ago. And I've also decided to extend the name a bit. So I kind of added the word subterranean there, so it became Swordterranian40. But well, the 40 part I just originally went with 30, but I changed it to 40 because I thought 40 was better. Also, and but I decided to officially make that my YouTube name. I originally thought of that name back in like the 2000s. I was only a kid back then. And but then I officially made the account like back in my YouTube account back in 2011, and I went by the name Swordterranian40. But one of the names I came up with was Figure Eight Animations, but that felt like it was already taken, so
Yeah.
I just went with a random name that I'm pretty sure no one would go with.
Funny enough here, my channel used to be like a bit of like a fucking vlog channel that I just created throughout like my high school years and whatnot. And so now and then, I basically did like some like gaming videos, like Overwatch, technically speaking, since I game a lot with some buddies of mine. And lastly but not least, some usual reminder videos of what the fuck is happening with my life now. Which is just something that I do, something that's for me, something that makes me happy as a human being. I mean, look at
Okay.
look at me now. I'm 20 years old. I'm in a relationship with my boyfriend, and that's just something I'm very happy yet very grateful with that.
That's
Yeah.
good.
You can just say it's a blessing to behold. Very, very good of a blessing to behold.
Yeah,
And
that
it-
quarantine's not doing too hot for any of us.
Nah, I think it's more of
Definitely
like
no,
it's more of like isolation hours are over, to be honest, but not the full quarantining. I'm using quotations.
Yeah, and I'm soon getting back to one of my other jobs. Soon. Yes.
Congrats.
yeah,
And
I'm
I'm, and I'm
excited.
and I'm looking forward to that as well. Yeah.
Cool.
For me, that's just my tiny applause to you.
What kind of job do you do? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't really explain that much of the jobs I currently do, but all I can say is I work with food.
That makes sense. I mean, for me, technically speaking, I was, however, gonna, like, if I were to get, like, either one of these jobs that I can do something that's for me, fuck. Just so I can basically help out my mom and dad mom and sister, of course. Jesus.
Yeah, it's it stinks that the food service industry kind of shut down and fucked over so many people.
Pretty much
know
anything
where
else
you-
that we used to know just kind of, like, fucked us over. It's like, nope, flips
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
I've worked in I've worked in the food service industry too. It's not fun. It's not fun. I think you
Oof.
probably agree with that.
Oof. For that, I would have to say it's
Will
like,
do.
no, I shit you not. Like, when my mom and my sister used to work for, like, Monica, which I'm not sure if my mom still does now and then, technically speaking. But my sister has, like, a bit of a new job at Spectrum, to where she's basically a cafeteria worker. I basically tease my sister all the time, and I'm just like, hey, where's my food, beach?
Hey,
was
those
like-
kind of
I basically
Sorry.
enjoy. I mean, I actually enjoy where I work. To be honest, even if, I mean, I mean, I basically, I mean, I actually enjoy where I work.
I mean, hey,
it's fucking awesome.
good for
yeah.
you, my dude.
It's not what there's not much I'm gonna get into on this though, but
Nah.
I actually love where I work, and it's actually I've actually I'm actually gonna be there for 4 years now.
Damn.
Oh. Hey, I mean, a good workplace environment, honestly, is like one of the best things somebody could ask for, and that kind of stuff too is also like a stepping stone to new opportunities because you go off to greener pastures when you look back and you have a positive experience. That's pretty great, honestly.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty lit, my
Yeah,
dude.
and good to hear that you're gonna be able to jump right back into that because I know for a lot of people,
Hell yeah,
people
bro.
having issues with like for unemployment. Like my really good friend, who's actually my roommate too, like he had to file for it because like everything's shutting down. I've been having a tough time too with it, so it's
Mm.
good that everything's finally opening back up.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, happy
Yeah,
endings.
Yeah, totally looking forward to it.
For me,
Sweet.
I would have to say that what's really exciting for me
Oh.
is that.
Gotta go now, guys. But it was a nice chat.
Bye, Slash.
Man,
Bye.
take care.
Bye, Slash.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Hugs. Damn it.
But the most exciting
sorry,
thing.
you were saying?
Yeah, the most exciting thing that I'm very excited about, but wanting to share is that depending on like a certain time wise that my mom literally has been thinking about like driving me all the way to Marietta, Ohio to wanting me to meet my boyfriend in real life, which is something that I am very excited because like
Wait, you never met him in real life?
no.
Have you like video chatted with him before?
I video chatted with him before on Discord. I play VR chat with him, and I sometimes do other stuff with him. If you see my YouTube videos that I did stuff with my boyfriend, you'll see why.
You know, some good advice I've been told is if you're meeting someone in person from online, do it in a safe place like like a police station. So if something goes terribly wrong, I'm not saying it will, you're
Police
covered.
station is kind of a little far
Yeah.
extreme. I'm thinking more like a food court. Because it's like, hey, so imagine, like, I'm just walking in and I say, hey, babe, nice meeting you for the first time. You mind if we step into this jail cell real quick?
Mind if we step into this jail cell real quick? Mind if we step in this very nice jail cell real quick? I know it's kind of a little bit of a cluster, but
I didn't
I'm
say
sure
inside
you'll
the
get
police
used
station.
to
I
it.
said outside the police station. Jeez.
That's... I still think that's kind of extreme because I think the only things
Yeah.
outside of a police station are usually either the parking lot or
Basically just criminals straight up.
just flat out, hey, I think... Okay, here's what you do instead. Go to a let me check, a fucking fireman instead, because they're not doing anything anymore.
Oh, damn.
Go hang out in there.
Why
I mean,
not
I
hang
had a
out with the
fire right by me,
fireman?
so
I mean,
Oh, no, wait, yeah, that's... Never mind, I take that back. That is currently happening. Never mind. Because what I remembered is that I was, like, way younger. I once called the police on my grandma
oof,
when I was, like, 5 years old. She popped my balloon.
oof.
Punishable by death, but at the time, I was merciful. I called the cops. And so one police officer showed up and said, hey, so I told the police officer, I'm like, hey, over the phone, my grandma popped my ball. I want you to come take her in. And so he shows up and he's like, hey, kid, you can't do that. I'm like, shit.
Like,
But I got to see a real police officer, a
Fuck.
real cop car, pretty cool. For a 5-year-old, anyway. Probably now, not so fun. So I figured that now you could probably, when it all blows over, everything all blows over, probably call like the firemen, because what they used to do is they used to give like tours of fire trucks.
I still remember that.
I don't even know where I got with
then.
this conversation. I don't know where this came from.
Me either,
Sorry.
to be honest.
I was talking to you about meeting someone outside the police station.
Oh yeah. So call a fire truck and then tell them to pick you up in a fire truck. Sorry, I got so off tangent. I didn't
No,
mean
you're
that usually.
fine. I think that's what all of us got mainly off topic for, to be honest here. I mean, technically speaking, this is actually really interesting for what I've just recorded so far. So, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please go subscribe to these two dudes. And go subscribe to Swordterranian40 for his wonderful work that he does, plus this interesting project that he is currently creating, but not even fully developing yet, but he'll let you know what's up here, viewers. Because,
It's just, I didn't really start the scripts actually. I'm right now. I'm just deciding the cast so far. I mean, because I've cast like quite a bit of people, and so far I'm just written down the people I've cast so far, and the roles that I'm currently on, that I'm planning to continue with. There's actually quite a lot I'm continuing with, but but there's gonna be a lot of favorites that I won't continue with though, for the later generations.
Which is logically understandable. So go subscribe to Swordterranian40 for his great work, because they are making great content just for you, the viewers. And we, the people of the United States of America, I want to say that you're lit, my dude.
Thanks a lot.
Not a problem. And what do you have to say here, Sword T?
Hold on, I couldn't think of something.
Take your time.
I can't even think of something to say here.
I mean, it could be anything you want. I personally don't care. It could be anything you want, like...
I think you guys are awesome, and I gotta thank you for helping me out here.
Not a problem,
Oh,
dude.
it's so honest, man.
Not a problem, dude.
Man.
I mean, hey, it's just better to be honest from the heart than to lie about it.
Yeah.
That's how I learned from experience. Keep in mind, I'm just a gal who likes to make everyone else laugh. And even me for who you met on the internet. Also, this video gets so many likes. Who wants me to do a Zacian voice?
Go ahead, why not?
Sure, do it.
You're being eager to learn there, Zomacenta. My attack has been raised. Damn. For a minute there, you were not even that strong enough. Behemoth Blade! You've always had so much to learn, Zomacenta. I expect nothing less from you.
And I mean, it's a little late to do this, but it's a little late for me to do this, but
You're fine.
but in the words of Zamazenta for Pokemon Talked, with all causes, we must keep our defenses strong.
Are you sure you want to be
hold on.
eager for yourself there, Zomacenta?
Dang it.
No, just take your time, dude. Take your time.
I mean, I'm still kind of working on it, by the way.
You're good. I'm doing the same thing for Zacian.
With our cautions,
I mean, sorry.
No, I was gonna let you go first.
I mean, okay, I just forgot.
That's fine.
from what we all have endured, we must keep our attacks high up.
And raise our defenses. Dang it, I forgot the line. I was gonna say.
I'm sure that it'll skyrocket someday.
Zamazenta, please guard me forever I'm in danger.
I think there's like Zacian.
I will always be by your side, Zacian. The voice wasn't prepared this time.
It's okay.
Zamazenta, please guard me forever I'm in danger.
I will do whatever I can to protect you all. And protect... Okay, I screwed up the line this time.
It's okay. For what you did there was actually just fine. It should have
Well,
been...
I mean... I'll get it eventually.
Oh yeah. I have faith in you. I have 100% faith in you.
The attacks from my sword will leave you all stupefied.
which is something that I have been working on for Zacian. I mean, hey, practice makes perfect, so never get discouraged.
Yeah.
And if you have...
And everything that comes up is just that, like, I mean, everything that's been coming up for me so far for Zamazenta was just all short and was all short and just short.
Very short and leading, if you ask
some
me.
of the same lines I've been thinking of that I've been doing in some other videos.
I think I'll probably be like do like a bit of a Zacian line practice. Ha! You've always speak from the very truth at the bottom of your heart, Somazenta. For you being eager to learn is not the same as learning. The attack of my sword will leave you speechless. Actually, if I have a handmade Zacian sword, I can easily do it. I just pop my toes.
Everyone stay behind me. I will use my shield to raise all of our defenses together.
That was pretty good.
There's something that came up.
Oh yeah. Zamazenta, please guard me forever I'm in danger.
I will do whatever I can, Zacian.
The attack
I
from
could have extended that a bit more though.
the attack from my sword will leave you speechless. You're okay though. But hey, for what you did was absolutely amazing, my dude. Round of applause to you.
I mean, for that line you previously did, I was thinking like, I mean, one of the words I was just missing there.
I was thinking of something very interesting that you can easily come up with, like,
yeah,
the defenses from my shield will give me enough strength to crush you.
I mean, I was thinking so. I mean, yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking that line, but it didn't fully come up.
Take your time. Take your time.
I was thinking for another word for perfect.
Ooh.
That's why. It's something to do with that word I mean, with a synonym for that.
That is just some
Real.
that we open.
Flawless. Exemplary.
I mean, another word for perfect.
Ultimate.
I mean, I'm very proud for what I did for Zacian, to be honest. I mean, I felt very super proud, to be honest. I mean, I kind of picture, like, Zacian in my head to be kind of like the older one, but a bit more wiser.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Basically kind of like the Hanzo of Galar.
Yeah. Actually based Zamazenda's voice off this game I had for several years, and I still have it today.
Ooh. Honestly, for Zacian, on the other hand, Zacian was a bit of an easy bucko for me to do. I just basically come up with, like, any certain lines that would fit for Zacian. What?
Yeah. And I came up with this voice for Rillaboom, and the voice that came up was inspired off this British cartoon I randomly searched up years ago.
That's weird.
But the thing is, several of these characters are voiced by the same person. But when I heard one, I I just thought, I just got reminded of that show, and when I heard that character's voice, I just thought it could kind of sound like that character, except deep in it.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I bet it's gonna have a pretty deep voice in the anime anyway.
I bet. I mean,
And I did like write down a line for Rillaboom, but can't actually remember right now. But hold on, I think I got it.
funny
Oh, yeah.
enough, I've been literally working on...
My drum's gonna shake the battlefield.
Something like that.
That's actually pretty unique for what you have there. I wonder if, like, Inteleon will have, like, a bit of a female voice. I mean, I've been seeing, like, a lot of, like, YouTube videos to where, like, Inteleon... Or some trainers who are, like, Inteleon mains would have, like, either a female Inteleon or basically a male Inteleon.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally have been having this, like, Inteleon line stuck in my head. It goes something like this.
My snipe shot will leave you speechless. Always being reckless again, are you, Cinderace?
This is just something that I have been thinking of in my mind for Inteleon.
Yeah.
You were saying?
Well, I mean, I've actually I've actually decided that I've decided I'm not gonna voice Inteleon, but there was one line I scripted where he finishes off a Pokemon with one attack. It'll say something like "Target destroyed," something like that.
Target destroyed.
And if he tastes the curry and it's bad, he'll say, "Oh, this is horrid," something like that.
This is horrid.
I was gonna say the same thing for Hatterene, like,
What is this? This is disgusting.
And I also scripted a few
funny enough, I was gonna say the same thing for Zacian. It's like, what is this horrid meal I've tasted?
I probably gotta remember that one.
Yeah, it's the, what is this horrid meal I tasted?
Alright, I gotta write that down right now.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you want more voice lines. This is Hannibal11 signing off. Have a good one. Take care.
What can I say then? You're welcome.
That's what Rillaboom looks like now that it's now Maui from Moana. That's what he looks like. It's just straight up Maui from Moana. Alright, subscribe to Swordterranian40. He makes lit videos.
Go to my second channel. That's where I do these videos more.
Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe to his second channel.
Sorty's second channel. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Swordterranian40's second channel. Go subscribe to it. And if you don't, I'll find where you live. That was a little joke, so.
I dare you to come where I live. Up high in the mountains.
I live high in the mountain.
Yeah, bears up here. Say hi to them.
Alright.
Oh, don't forget about the rattlesnakes and the mountain lions.
Lions.
They'll greet you.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Anyways, go subscribe to them. Bye!
Bye.
Alright, bye.